Hello everyone and welcome once again to Trains in World 2, where we are on the Horseshoe Curve route. That's right, I've gone and brought a new route, and I distinctly remember saying I wasn't going to for a while until they fixed bugs, but as soon as I see this particular route was available, I had to go and grab it. But I'm not going to tell you all about the route. I'm going to let Trains in World 2, Dovetail Games, Skyhook Games do it themselves. Catch you in a second.
Immerse yourself in modern American freight railroading as Norfolk Southern totes long trains over steep Allegheny mountain grades on Skyhook Games Train Sim World 2 Horseshoe Curve. Along the way, don't forget to clean the whistle posts, move the tripods, pick up safety helmets, and place posters on the poster boards. Welcome to Horseshoe Curve.
So, yeah, there we go. This is the Horseshoe Curve route, and this video we're not going to do any train driving, and I'm sorry if that disappoints anyone. I will get to it. We will do some train driving videos. I do want to explore the route and drive train around the Horseshoe Curve itself, but the main reason I brought this route, and I'm going to share it with you if I can remember the key. It's the number 9 key. Is this. Now, long-term visitors to my channel will probably see this and recognize that track layout. If you don't, that's fine, but I'll explain what it is. This is Juniata Locomotive Works in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And the reason it may be familiar to some of you is I have built this in Train Sim World. No, I've not built this in Train Sim World. I've built this in Transport Fever. And I had a go at it in Transport Fever 2. I even built it in Train Fever. But the video I'll link down in the description below will be the Transport Fever one. And the idea is just take a wander through here today, get where we can get, where the game will allow us, and just basically have a comparison to what I've built and what they've built. Now, I do see some engines sat here already. Awesome. Got a couple of locos sat there. We've got a nice big train sat there. So there's locos dotted around. One thing is different to what I've seen on real life Google Maps, pictures and everything is should be long lines of locos sat around. And that's just not the case here. See, there's a train parked up there. But these little indicators, these are locos. And yeah, there's the odd few dotted around, but not all that many. So let's get back to the game and let's go for a wander around. Now, I am at the head end. So this would be the wagon works. And immediately I see a problem there. We've got a hole in the terrain. Oh well, let's carry on. It's always good to see these. And this is disappointing. Because we get to here. And oh, there's a big hole here. Now I even managed in Transport Fever to put this in. There should be a big traverser here. And for those of you who probably wondering what the heck is a traverser, basically it's a piece of track on a table that slides from side to side. So okay, that track doesn't even line up with that door. That's even better. Come on, Skyhook. Yeah, traverser. So you'd run a train along here, for example, onto this traverser table, and it would slide sideways and allow you to access any of these buildings. Oh, we've got a train there, look, behind the wall. So, anyway, I think if we head down here, there's an invisible wall. Because it wouldn't let me walk down here from the other direction. But, oh, yeah, there we go. Not sure what that's in aid of, but hey ho. Hopefully you can still hear me okay over the sound of that train running by. I will adjust in editing if need be. But we'll head along here. Unfortunately, I can't fly, which would be helpful because it gives us a different perspective than from the ground. So we've got our 3 sidings here. And it's interesting that it shows us this because I may actually, now I've got this route as a comparison, I could go into TrainswithNick and rebuild this again. Because I just got a fascination and a love for the place. I don't know why. But okay, so that's as far as we can walk there. So we can't reach those tracks over there. And I can't get around there. But we'll keep on wandering. We should get a walk in up if nothing else doing all this. So this is the lead into the works proper. And the one thing I am jealous of is I could never find the correct buildings for what I wanted. A couple of locos on the end there to help push it up the hill. It's nice we get to the road. Yeah, so that there will lead down to the traverser that way. I do remember building that road and trying to populate that with buildings. I imagine they haven't got the correct buildings either. Just as I didn't have. Wow. That's, yeah, something. Anyway, moving on. I'm sorry, Skyhook, if I do seem to be ragging on your route quite badly, but, you know, this place has been a part of me for a number of years now. Though obviously, because I live in the UK, I haven't ever visited, but I would like to. If the opportunity ever arose, I would go here. I remember this track very well. Yeah. Siding over there, I used to put locos in. Now this is interesting because I could never work out what was supposed to be here from Google Maps. This area is kind of 3D, but it blurs a lot of the detail, so I was never able to fully appreciate what was there and make it right. Now, I think, might be wrong, but I thought there was a track that headed down the side of that building. So I might be wrong. I remember this. 3 sidings there. And they're connected in. That's interesting because I always thought that they had been disconnected. And that building kind of looked like an out of use building. Now, maybe they are in use now. Maybe they always were and Google Maps is wrong. Or maybe they just wanted to add that in as an extra functional piece of it. Again, we've got that weird... Don't know what's going on there. With the ballast ending like that. But I do remember this very well. Sort of double track on the curve here. Headed in. Oh, is that what I think it is? It is. Found a safety helmet. Should be a number of those dotted around. We'll head on down here because now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. What's that? Piggyback cars over there. Getting distracted, but I'm gonna go and have a wander because... Oh no. It's hoppers. I was gonna say I didn't realise there was piggyback cars. That would have been cool. Keep an eye out for stuff. I've probably missed some. You guys are probably saying there's a collectible behind you. But we'll go through and find them all at some point. Right, so now there's a couple of locos we saw before. So GP38-2s. And those of you who have been watching the content of Loco shortline operations, because the game has had a name update now, the suffix of shortline operations has been added, and we do have a GP38 in game. Got a whole bunch of them here, in fact, look. Those two are running, these are not. Now I believe this is the paint shed. If I'm incorrect and any of you know this place better than me, I'd love to know in the comments. I'd love you to correct me, because then when I do come to create my own model of this, I at least know what I'm doing, what should be where. Got some steel coils here. Got a coal train passing through. That's awesome. So as you can see, this area is quite busy. And I've not set this up. This is just a general afternoon, evening time in game. That's interesting, look. Now we've just got a picnic table here. We're not going to wander down there while that train's coming past. So, got a couple of sheds here. Now, let's see if I can find it. Because I know that there is a bay alongside one of these tracks. Where they load scrapping. That's disappointing. There's supposed to be doors into that building. Come on, Skyhook. If you can model all that, you could at least model the doors going in there. I mean, look. You've modelled all this. How is it that you've just got slab-sided building over there? Right, so that's as far as we can go that way. Got another building there. Yeah, I have seen a tour video. It was labelled part 2 of this Juniata works. And unfortunately, it seems the bay I'm looking for, which had a low-sided gondola sat alongside where they were throwing scrap metal into, doesn't exist on here. which is a bit frustrating, a bit disappointing. But that's what I'm doing this video for, just to compare with what's really here and what they chose to model here. Do not enter. Sure, that's not the building. That's supposed to be attached to a siding somewhere. Could it be that's the paint? I think that may be the painting booth, actually. Either way. So we've got a couple of ES44 ACs here. It's cool. And let's make our way to the final part of this. The bit most people probably know this loco works for. Was given a little lag there when you collect the helmets. Right, so this area seems a bit devoid of, yeah. Oh, that train's going off again. Yeah, of detail. Oh, that is... No, that is really disappointing. I'm pushing forward and we can't go over there. So they've got the building, they've got all the doors. So it looks like they've got doors all the way across, and I do know that a few of them are blocked off. More so to that far end. And some port cabins and what have you. We can't get to the turntable. Ah, that's interesting as well. So they've modelled that as shut off, which is probably true now, to be fair. This building probably once was rail connected, has now been cut off. As you can see, they've got a bump stop in place. Stop you from going down there. So yeah, mixed feelings on this really, because the track is exactly how I remember modelling it. What on earth is making all that racket? Is it these over there? Let's just cross over these lines. Oh no, I think it's a loco over here. Just keeping an eye out. Oh, there you go. Up hidden behind there. Don't do what I'm doing, folks. If you're ever near a real railway, don't just casually walk over the tracks, go between the cars. It's just not a good idea. Love that we've got these little dwarf signals. I've got a few trains set up out there. Got this higher one. Hopefully there is a tutorial telling us what all of these mean and so on and so forth. How far can we go over here? Can we get all the way over to this building? We can get to the car park at least. And that seems to be as far as we can go. But that's fine. Yeah, as I say, I'm a bit of a mixed bag. On the whole, it seems they've done a good job on recreating the loco works as I remember it from reference pictures, Google Maps, so on and so forth. The buildings, I feel they could have done a bit better. Being able to walk around could have done a bit better as well, if I'm honest. I'd have liked to have been able to go over to the turntable and, you know, a few other bits, but hey ho, it is what it is. As we see a coal train arriving. But anyway, that is going to be it for this first video. Just a little walk around the loco works, as I say. There are going to be some other videos coming up where we'll actually get on board some trains, run some trains, hopefully do some shunting around this area. But yeah, before I waffle on too much longer, I'm going to cut this here. So thank you very much for watching. Go check out my other video in the description, as I say, where I built this in Transport Fever, and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye for now.